Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, man. Breaking news in the Young Dolph case after they took down Yogotti's hitman, the henchman, the pawn pieces of this chess game. They've been telling and ratting on every single member of CMG that's left. They're going to get the justice for Dolph. If y'all rocking with Young Dolph, I want you to put the Dolph emoji in the comment section right now. Go ahead, like this video and make sure you share it too. So now what's going on is that after they found out Govan has been cooperating with the feds to work on getting Yogotti taken down to lower his sentence, they already know that Big Jook got hit up because he was about to testify on Yogotti. They caught Big Jook red-handed, all the evidence stacked against him. They found the money he put and sent out to the shooters and everything like that. And straight drop and Cornelius were telling on Big Jook, and Big Jook was going to say, Yogotti told me to put the hit together. Yogotti told me to do this. And this is why they took out Yogotti's brother. A lot of people are saying that some people might think that Yogotti set his own brother up to be taken out so that he could save himself because he was about to go down for this whole entire thing. The feds, they're thinking about doing a RICO. And, you know, a lot of people already pretty much pointed the finger at Yogotti because he's the main one who was beefing with Young Dolph. Big Jook didn't beef with Young Dolph before Yogotti did. Big Jook started beefing with him because he just inherited and took on the beef from Yogotti and was like, that's my big brother, that's my little brother that you beefing with, Young Dolph, we got something to say. You know, Big Jook was the street guy for Yogotti because Yogotti couldn't do none of the stuff in the streets no more. He was scared. He also had the music thing going on, so he didn't want to put himself and risk crashing out and lose everything. This is why Mia J said that they did get the justice for Dolph, but they still got a lot of work to do because there's multiple people involved in all of this. They're going to get every single person one by one because you got to understand, man, Dolph was a leader in the community in Memphis. So it's a lot of people that looked up to him that want to make sure that they properly do everything that they can to make sure that the family's at peace. One thing people got to understand is the fact that still to this day, one of the things that made Yogotti and CMG and Blac Youngsta, all of them hate on Young Dolph was he surpassed them in wealth. And he was giving back to the community. And even with Dolph giving back to the community, he was still making more than Yogotti and them. And so at the end of the day, that's why he became the king of Memphis. And everybody got jealous, envious, greedy, and everything like that. They wanted that name. Yogotti was steaming out of his ears. He couldn't believe somebody was more successful than him. And they do the same exact thing. And so this is why when Dolph was like, man, he don't even pay attention to those dudes. He ignores them. He don't play into the beef or any of that because he realizes that this is all from them being insecure. This is all from them hating on him. He don't hate on them like how they hate on him. And that's the thing. That's how you know Dolph was a real stand-up individual, because even though through all the people that was preying on his downfall, wishing bad on him and all this type of stuff, right, he still was like, you know what? I'm not going to hate on y'all. I'm going to mind my own business. I'm going to do my own thing and get my own money and pretty much help my own communities and everything like that. He even helped Yogotti's own community. Like Young Dolph was giving back more to Yogotti's actual street in his hood than what Yogotti was doing. Yogotti didn't help nobody from his own section or anything like that. Young Dolph, he took Grove Hero out of Yogotti's hood, out of his street. And Yogotti and Big Jook, they were mad at that. They told Grove Hero that they was mad that he went on tour with Young Dolph and made $200,000. And so they felt some type of way because they wanted Grove Hero to stay under them and not be able to have no success like that so that they could try to control him and all of these different things, man. And so the karma ended up backfiring on them because Grove Hero ended up becoming Young Dolph's protege, was making $200,000 a month and doing the food trucks and started all the businesses. Then he ended up bringing the basketball court and the playground to Grove Ridge, and he built the houses and everything like that. Young Dolph owned over 100 properties. This is why they was mad at him. He owned half of Memphis. He had millions of dollars already in real estate, and Yogotti was like, dang, how come we never got the drop on that? How come we never? So Yogotti and them started scrambling to try to get the same deals that Young Dolph got. And this is why at the Memphis Grizzlies basketball game, a lot of people were booing Yo Gotti because when they was playing Dolph songs and the people was dancing, Moneybag Yo, Yo Gotti, and Big Homie G, all them people was at front row in the city of Memphis. Let them know exactly who they rocking with, because when they played Young Dolph, they was cheering. When Yo Gotti and them came on the Jumbotron, they started booing. They booed so loud, it made Yo Gotti and them have to get out the whole stadium. They got kicked out. They told Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti to leave because the crowd was like not messing with them at all, because everybody knows that they set up Dolph and that they was wrong for that, man. And so this is why Key Glock, he's laying low, even though he knows Key Glock got 50K put on his head. They put 5K on Big Moochie Grape head and 20K on Snoop Band's head and 50K on Paper Route Woo. That's why Paper Route Woo was going so hard for Dolph. Him and Kenny Money was over there trying to put this whole thing together. Key Glock had to lay low because he was the next one to be pretty much taken out. And so that's why Key Glock's brother showed up to Makita's and basically try to press them and let them know that they're not going for that. That Key Glock and Big Moochie Grape and all of them is going to stand on business. And so at the end of the day, this is why it's been a continuous battle and continuous war at Memphis, because both, like, basically this beef now it got blown up out of proportion. It got ballooned up now, and you got people from both sides going at each other. And this is why Young Dolph was trying to tell all of his artists, all of his people, hey, just worry about getting your financial financial freedom, get your generational wealth, and basically stay in your lane, take care of the family and everything like that. Because he already knows that there's going to be a lot of people that want to get into beefs. There's going to be a lot of people that want to get into arguments to blow up their careers and everything. You got to understand, it's a lot of rappers coming out of Memphis. So they all going to be taking shots at each other, going at each other, trying to fight for the little resources for these little shows in Tennessee and everything like that. And so now that Key Glock saw the actual paperwork and documentation that came out of the Young Dolph case saying that they wanted to put 50K on his head, now Key Glock is going directly at Moneybag Yo and them, and he letting them know that they're not going to do anything to him. And so that's why a lot of these dudes stayed away from Memphis. Once Moneybag Yo and them found out that PRE knew that they was trying to set them up, once they found out that Yo Gotti, and once Yo Gotti and them knew that PRE and all of them found out about the money on their head, then Yo Gotti didn't, and Moneybag Yo didn't want to come back to Memphis no more, because they knew that the people was going to have something to say or something to do to them. Basically, a lot of people know that it's on site with Yo Gotti and Moneybag Yo because of, like, nowadays, that's why Yo Gotti got to come out with the vest to perform. He hasn't been doing shows or anything like that. And they can't go to Memphis right now because the majority of Memphis is on Young Dolph's side. And there's still a lot of people in the streets who is trying to get the street justice for Dolph. Even though they got life sentence to straight drop and all this, they still want to see about them in the streets. They still want to level the playing field and up the score and everything like that, because they already lost loved ones. They already got so many people that got dropped, so many people that got hit up for this. You got to understand at the end of the day that a lot of the dudes, they're going to do what they want to do because they don't play by the rules. And so you got to understand that Yo Gotti and them, they got a lot of people that's after them. They have a lot of people because Dolph family runs deep. He had a lot of connections. You see what Rollo's doing. Rollo's coming out and advocating for Dolph. And Rollo got a lot of people who basically they want to be able to get their own justice in their own type of way for Young Dolph too. So it's like, and Rollo already got beef with Yo Gotti and Moneybag Yo. Remember that video I showed y'all? You could binge watch all my videos. I've been telling y'all for years. When Rollo was in the building and Moneybag Yo walked through the door, he seen Rollo and he took off running to the right. He went right on the backstage, took off running, hid behind the security guards and everything, told him to pull the black Suburban trucks to the side exit so he could get away and leave quick. And so all of Rollo's people are getting justice for Young Dolph. All of Memphis is trying to get justice for Young Dolph. Everybody's looking at this closely, and they about to make an example out of Yo Gotti and Govan and everybody. They about to throw the whole book at them. You see they gave Justin Johnson a life sentence. Straight drop is gone. He got the lifer. And so now they're going to do the same exact thing to the people who planned this whole thing, to the people who put the money on Dolph's head. Allegedly, a lot of people think it's Yo Gotti. because he's the main person that was beefing with Young Dolph. Anytime that something like this happens, they look at the people that you was last beefing with. Anytime somebody gets hit up, they say, okay, who did he have problems with? Who was trying to get him right before this? That's where they start. And all lanes and fingers and evidence and all this allegedly is pointing at Yo Gotti. And this is why they're about to start the RICO, and they're going to really, really get the justice for Dolph and make sure that everybody that had a part to do with it is going to get what they deserve, because at the end of the day, it's RIP to Young Dolph. This is Dolph Land, and if y'all rocking with Dolph, go ahead and let me know what y'all think, and make sure y'all stay tuned for all the updates.